Volunteering with AgeWell Rides. Coyote tells us about the volunteering experience and why you should volunteer.
My name is Coyote and I've been volunteering for AgeWell Rides for about 6 months.
Why did you volunteer with AgeWell Rides?
Before my grandmother went to a nursing home, she really relied on friends and neighbors to help her stay independent. So grocery shopping, taking out her garbage, taking her to doctor's appointments. And it really helped me understand the notion of mutual aid and community and how people need other people to be able to live independently. We don't all have family nearby. We don't all have, medical care services and things that allow us to live happily and independently, and how important that independence is. And so when I heard about this program, it really aligned with my understanding of my grandmother's quality of life and other people that I've known who've relied on outside assistance.
What do you get out of volunteering with AgeWell Rides?
What I get out of AgeWell is just a feeling of connection, of getting to know the city, sure, getting to do these little, helping people in these very small ways, but it's just having these interactions. I don't know, it feels nice and it feels easy. It's not that big of a deal and it means a lot to people, so.
What did you learn from volunteering with AgeWell Rides?
What I learned working as a volunteer with AgeWell is the importance of mutual aid within communities. We can't exist alone, and especially as we get older, some of the people that I've given rides to, they have tons of family and in Pittsburgh, but those people don't always have the time to bring them to the grocery or to take them for a hair appointment. And what I've seen is that some of the people I'm taking are actually helping people themselves. So they're shopping for themselves and their neighbors and their, so it's like me helping them allows them to help somebody else. And then we just have a fed community as opposed to people existing in isolation.
What's it like working with some of the AgeWell clients?
They're so nice, and it's just been very positive, and I have had really funny interactions with people. I sometimes feel very bad about my winter car, or after winter when it's just salt everywhere and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're just so thankful and just going about their life and appreciate having little help. And so it's just lovely. Yeah.
Why do you volunteer?
I think due to how important volunteer work and acts of service have been in my family. My mother and grandmother both volunteered. My mother was a volunteer coordinator for a public radio station. And I think throughout my life, seeing the ways in which volunteering and being a part of the community was important to them for different reasons. And in my previous life, before I moved to Pittsburgh, I had a job that took everything, all my time, my energy, my creativity, just everything. And I didn't have any time to volunteer. And it was the only point in my life where I just didn't volunteer at all. And it was a huge chunk of time. And so when I moved to Pittsburgh and had more flexibility in my schedule and didn't know the city that well, I looked for opportunities that would take me out into the city, meeting people who knew this area and who could talk about their experiences. And it's been really lovely to find different ways that I can do that now that I have the time.
What does volunteering overall mean to you?
Volunteering to me is a way of understanding that we are all connected and that connection is important. So I'm connecting with people, we're connected in the community, and it has really helped me understand how important it is that we show up for our neighbors and our friends and people that we don't know, and that mutual aid is crucial in ensuring healthy communities, and that I took a walk with somebody and it was just so lovely, and all she wanted me to do was sit in her house for a couple minutes and chat and then take a very slow walk. And I had a lovely time, she had a lovely time, and she got her exercise that she needed, and I got to see a new neighborhood and have a lovely interaction with somebody who literally has a rotary phone. And it was wonderful.
What's your advice to anyone debating if they should volunteer or not?
For people who are debating whether to volunteer, my advice is so simple. Just do it. The literal hurdle is just the paperwork in the beginning. But once you do that, it's just so easy. It's harder not to because it's all app-based and it's based on your availability. And that, I think, for somebody like I have work, I have home, I have family. And so I'm looking for times that I'm not, or that I'm available, that I have, and it's easy to find those times. And I don't know, it's just convenient. And then it's, they go to the grocery store, you're at the grocery store. Like, they're at the senior center, you run some errands or read a book. Like, it's not heavy lifting, it's just a small little kindness.
Want to learn more or sign up to be a volunteer? Head to jfcspgh.org/volunteer.